Okay, here we go. Ladies and gents, you knew this was coming. I knew this was coming. Shocktrain Ultimate. A full dedicated video to that point. I'm scared to death from these things. The Shocktrain is gonna probably ruin so many matches for us. Those who have them are gonna one-shot pretty much everything, especially on a Pathfinder robot. But even on an Orpheon, which I show you here, it's gonna be crazy because you have an angle to shoot into pretty much anywhere from high up. You have a shield protecting you. You have a lot of firepower with 3 of these weapons. You're gonna pop enemies in one hit. And yeah, it's gonna be crazy. You could argue that maybe not too many people will have the Shocktrain Ultimate, at least a lot of them rolling around. But those who have them, these few are gonna be enough to probably ruin a lot of my matches. I mean, just look at this. A Fenrir tank losing 50% of its damage of its HP from a single tap. Palm, instant, right? And this is even without the pilot skills. So we can make this way more powerful by adding the Powerman skill on the pilots, and then, you know, shortening the reload from 6 to like 4.8 seconds or so. Can you imagine how crazy this would be? And if this is correct, we calculated this judging from the numbers we got, that you can technically do 1.5 million damage, or perhaps even 1.6, with a fully maxed, with all boosted damage effects on the Pathfinder, with the Shocktrain, and then having a chain over reaction to 2 or more enemies in the back. Yeah, this will be an absolute game breaker. And then charging 4.8 seconds, and you can do that again. Yeah, Titans will die from this. Titans will actually suffer massive damage when you hit them with that kind of damage output. And yeah, I think things like that should not be the case. We had, and this is the funny thing, we had a Shocktrain beta a long time ago. Many of you will not remember this because, you know, it's been so long that there have probably been a lot of new players since that. But the Shocktrain meta used to be on the Bulgazari and the Haichi and the Spectre. These robots would use Shocktrains and completely destroy the game with it. All you needed in your hangar was Shocktrain Spectres, 5 of them, and you would just break the freaking server. Okay, and although other than that, also the Bulgazari would work really well on it too. But the regular Bulgazari never had an unbreakable physical shield. The physical shield was just strong enough to perhaps block 2 full shots with the Shocktrains from a Shocktrain Spectre, but not nearly enough to block the Ultimate version now. But the new Ultimate Bulgazari, video in the top right corner if you haven't yet seen it with Shocktrains, is going to have a literally unbreakable shield or slash 10 million durability, something like that. I, at this very moment, not quite sure because I haven't seen it in-game on the live server. This was again recorded on the test server since I do not have Ultimate equipment on my own account, because I'm not getting that stuff anymore, right? But yeah, so pretty crazy. Not really going to look forward to my first getting one-shot by those things on the live server. And again, no matter if Ultimate, no matter if exclusive or not, this is a competitive multiplayer game, and as such, a certain amount of balancing has to happen and has to be there, and it is not, unfortunately, right? The game lacks the most fundamental base game balancing because it is literally the definition of a pay-to-win game. You buy the new stuff, you just kill things with one shot. This is literally true now. And you know, it's not true now, it has been true all along, but sometimes it's more true and sometimes it's a little less true, you know, depending on what kind of state we are in and what kind of weapon has been released. Some of them are more broken than others. But yeah, that was an Ohokochi. Pop, 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 gone, right? His ability was off, pop, it goes down in one salvo from these 4 weapons. And yeah, I'm scared. I'm so scared for these things. Nobody wanted a Shocktrain meta to come back. Boom! Nice hit on the Bulgazari. He made a bit of an oopsie, not holding up his shield there for a second. Here comes an ultimate, what's it called? Ao Chun. Poop, poop, poop. There he goes. gone. Ultimate Outshun, also not long ago, right? A recent release. Lots of damage output, especially against Titans with the flamethrower. Super dangerous, but I think compared to an Ultimate Bulgazari, not really that big of a deal. The Ultimate Bulgazari is more powerful. The way to go right now is staying on the ground. Right now, being on the ground is more safe and more powerful than being in the air. Because in the air you get quantum radar, you will get shot down, even with your stealth ultimate oming, and having an ability that keeps you very mobile and able to dodge and evade, but on the ground, is way more powerful than something that gets you up to fly right now. Unless you have really an impenetrable reflector or something, the Raptor robot will do fine by jumping into the air, but other than that, most robots right now going up in the air suffer, including Ophion, including Seraph, including even Imugi is having problems. When something quantum radars you, you have a problem. Do you see how much damage I just did to the Bedweir Titan? That's like a one-third or no, 1/4 of his HP gone in a single tap. Holy smokes! And that is just part of it. The Pathfinder, which I couldn't select on the test server, is gonna set a big one on top of that. Boom. Should you be able to do this to enemies? Should you be able to just look at them and they're gone per button at a button's press? No, I don't think you should be able to do that. Pop, another one went because another guy had that, and boom. Yep. What is that? Ah, it's a Mender, and he had his resistance going, so he was lucky. He was probably blocking 50% of the incoming damage at that time, so he didn't actually get one-shotted. But this is where the Shocktrain will shine, when the enemy is forced into their home base, and they're gonna, be close together, and you'll be splashing shots around the corner, like this. Boom! I just killed a guy behind the wall. I couldn't even see it, and for all I know, he could have literally been almost at 100% HP, and this would have still happened. You can still kill a 100% target with a chain over if he is the second target. It is possible, if it's not the highest amount of HP that he's got. I mean, just look at what's going on here. This is crazy, and I am not okay with that. I'm not okay with weapons doing this. It's very frustrating. Now, can you imagine you're on this side of the enemy team and you get constantly one-tapped? You spawn in and get pop, gone. You spawn in, pop, gone. And the enemy doesn't have to get close to you for that. It literally does that. I mean, what is that? I just got three kills, basically? One of them was an assist. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Sang. Okay, I blocked the damage a little too late. Although I guess I did block it in time with the shield, but he had shield break running. And this is obviously going to be a problem for an Ophion, but I do believe the Ophion will be an interesting weapon platform for Shocktrain. Because you can really select the targets and then from the air shoot. It's just that, like I said, stealth robots have a big problem. No, flying robots have a big problem in the game. Look, I just lost a lot of HP by a chain reaction from the Bulgazari, this guy. And I need to get rid of him. So that I stop getting hit by chains. So for me, my focus target in this match is this Bulgazari with the name 6E something, because every time he opens fire, I'm in big trouble. Even if I'm not even getting shot by it, just getting chained over is enough for that, right? And boom, got him and he got me. Pop! We both eliminated each other. And this from a weapon that deals instant laser damage, I think it will be quite rare to have both players dying from at the same time. It's a super rare thing, but it happened here. So good job there, Bulk. Well played. I was ready for you and you were ready for me, and in the end, we were both gone. Yeah. Typhon runs super well with it too, but the thing is, the Typhon lives from, locking people down, EMPing them, but you don't need to do that with these weapons because you just pop, they're gone, right? So there's no reason for your EMP at all on the dagger, on the Typhon. It's basically wasted. Boom. One hit and this guy took barely any damage, even though I waited for his reflector to go away. Now I EMP'd him, This time I definitely hit him through his reflector, so we were able to get rid of him. Now he's jumping up once more. See, he's taking 0 damage in all of this time, pretty much nothing. He lands, the reflector is still running, the reflector is still running, still no point in firing at him, still no point in firing at him, boom, and now we can do it. Wow, and that's 4 guys shooting 1 raptor. Holy smokes. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Tell me what you think about the ultimate Shocktrain, and I catch you in the next video. Manni signing off. Bye-bye.